ethereal, actiony, whatever thing. It wouldn't, like, it would be very different and everything.
How much saxophone?
All.
All saxophone. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pointless Discourse with myself, Hoppocalypse, and Itisdpayne.
I don't have any fun things to say. Because normally I'll say something from the movie.
Just pick any movie. Say something from any movie we've watched this year.
I'm that guy. Hey.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
I'm gonna stab you now. Hey.
A Kurosawa film, got it.
I did just look down and just see Rashomon on the list. I'm a ghost of a dead lady. Here's my kid. Hey.
Ghost dead lady, here's my kid. This feels like a guessing game. We should have done that too. We could have done that as an end of year episode.
We are now.
Give bad descriptions of a movie to see if we can guess which one we watched.
Isn't that a whole Reddit?
Yeah, probably. Like terrible movie explanations. Ghost of a dead lady. I'm scrolling. Here's my son. I have no clue.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of another clue I could give. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the actual movie. Like, what I was about to say is going to do with the movie, but I was going to say it the way Tom Curry says space, which was incest.
I cannot.
Crimson Peak.
Oh, okay. What? I keep forgetting that is a ghost of a woman and not just like a creature.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've changed her all up and all that. But okay, well done.
Let's see. Can I do one more? Let's see. We're going hiking. Hey.
The Hitchhiker?
Oh, I forgot about. No, I'm just remembering.
Or like, Moonrise Kingdom.
Oh, I guess they did go hiking. There's a lot. That was too broad. Of course, like the only thing is like the scenes that are popping in my head that I'm just like, oh man, that it's like
Dark Crystal.
No, I was thinking of Hunt for the Wilder People, but I couldn't think of.
I don't know why I didn't consider that one.
Yeah, but I was like the only other thing that I could pop in my head was like, I'm not a pedophile. Hey.
That would have been the kicker.
And I was like, that's not so much. that would have been like, oh, that's too easy. Okay, last one. It's cold, but am I really who I am? Hey.
So now that sounds like Crimson Peak as well. It's really cold. Where do they emphasize how cold it is in the movies? I'm slowly scrolling through.
You could also say, boys trip.
Because I was also considering, like, boys trip, it's really cold. Snowpiercer?
You're close. Go up to.
The Thing.
Yeah.
I think the trip part maybe.
Yeah, the trip wasn't like a
train.
good. Yeah. Because I was like, if I say dogs, I'm like, all right, we can move on.
Anyway, so that's our mini game before we go on to our award show, because it's the end of the year and everybody has award shows at the end of the year.
I should have dressed up.
I probably should have as well, but it's okay. It's a snowy day, and we're both very content in being lazy today.
Yeah, we didn't realize we were recording pretty much 2 hours earlier than we thought. But when you get an email from your church saying, "Hey, roads be bad, stay home," it's like, oh, hey, I can record earlier.
You have all the time in the world.
Yeah, had cinnamon buns. I'm making the last meal prep of the year. Makes it sound like I'm getting ready to die or something like that. Actually, when this comes out, it will be just like super close to the end of the year.
I thought you were going to say super close to the end of my life. I was like, based on the joke you made right beforehand. But I guess before the year fully wraps up, what do you want to tell people about our silly little award show that we came up with?
So, I don't remember when we came up with this idea. It had to be...
When you were picking out movies for December.
Yes. And... Because I think originally our normal book episode was put in this spot. Mm-hmm. But I think Akira Kurosawa, like we had everything written up to Akira Kurosawa, I believe. And then after that, we're like, okay, we should probably just get the rest of the movie set up. And so we were going through that, and I think it was around that time when one of us had the idea of pretty much, hey, what if we do like an award show for like kind of whatever. We don't have a fun name. I did say a fun name like I think a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember it.
Like the Pointies or
the Pointies or
something. Yeah.
The Dissies.
The Dissies. But that sounds like what's the one where you give awards for things like the raspberries, the Razzies.
The Razzies. But yeah, the other thing is like my brain puts an O in front of it, so I just think of Odysseus, and I'm like, yeah, Greek. I don't think that's a real person in Greek stuff.
Odysseus.
Odysseus, yeah, he did stuff. I don't know Greek.
Oh, I like the
stuff.
Odyssey a lot.
I know a lot of people like a lot of things from Greek folklore.
I'm surprised you haven't caught wind of the musical that was... I don't know how to explain it, but basically a guy had written up his idea for a musical for the Odyssey, and he has his music on streaming services. I don't know if he was able to get it funded to become a show, but I feel like you would like that music a lot. It's very... because it's based on the story. It's got a nice thread through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I did a couple years ago read through this book of... Like, it was just a huge collection of, like, all these different cultures, like, mythologies and stuff. And going through the Greek one, I'm like, man, this is just a bunch of really horny and incestuous people. And very jealous. They're just like...
Yeah, they're very mean to each other.
How dare you find that girl attractive that doesn't know I exist? I'm a horse. Hey.
Sometimes I'm a horse, sometimes I'm a goose, sometimes I'm a tree. It just depends.
Sometimes I'm a cow.
Yeah, him in particular is like, oh, please calm down. But yeah, we're not here to roast Zeus today. We're here to maybe slightly roast him. We're here to slightly roast a few movies. Also boost a few movies that we really enjoyed throughout the year. Because it is wild to say that we've sat down and set aside time to watch 51 movies throughout the year. Mm-hmm. I used to be maybe a movie a month kind of girl.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of movies. I used to go to the movie theaters almost every week back when it wasn't like $12 to go.
I saw someone made a t-shirt. They were like, don't talk to me. I'm remembering the years between 2017 and 2018 when MoviePass was a thing. Did you have MoviePass at that time?
No. It might have existed, but I was also like fresh out of high school with an adult job.
2018?
2017? 18? No, because I think in 2007. So yeah, sorry. So 27. No, I never had a movie pass.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was like 2017. You were in
I
high school. Wait, how old are you? Like my brain was.
I
like...
was held back a lot. No. Yeah, no, I missed the. I heard it, but my brain didn't comprehend it. It's the trade-off of waking up and doing the recording now.
But yeah, Movie Pass. My friend had it. Basically, it was a fee. I forget how much the fee was, but for that fee, you could watch like 3 or 4 movies. And I think they thought that they
Yes.
could make money on concession stands, but people were just showing up and like watching the movies and leaving. So then that's why I think it only lasted for so long.
Yeah, and then it's also like right around that time, COVID happened, and then pretty much worldwide corporations pretty much said, "But why do we be good?"
Well, they canceled it before that.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, I'm not attributing it. I think it's
I
really
know.
just
It
they
w- they were the-
underestimated.
They were the torchbearer for everyone else.
But yeah, so we have how many categories? We have we have an optional category depending on time. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major categories to go through.
Yes, and you filled it out what today?
Yeah, this morning.
I filled mine out. Well, technically yesterday. As I told Hop, I don't remember what I put in some of these categories, so it's gonna be a surprise for both of us.
I said that I might change one of my answers based on looking on the list, but maybe 2 answers. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole thing is we're just gonna go down our award things to give out the. Oh my goodness! I just thought of another award title, but I'm like, nope, that's.
Does it start with a P?
Because the second part, I'm not even gonna say it on here because I'm like. That's what my brain was like. Yeah, and I'm like, no.
Oh no!
And I'm like,
I thought you were thinking.
you know what?
Which is
I like
also
that.
terrible. You
I
like that one?
Yeah.
You can say it to the people.
No, because you don't like it. So, some things, as much as I find them funny, I will not put out in the universe. For when we're famous and we are now the news anchors of of tomorrow, which I think if that's going to happen, nothing against like our own personal intelligence and all that, but I feel like we would need a real idiocracy world for us to become like.
I think for me, I was talking to Strider about this, where we were talking about how a lot of accents and things have come and gone. So like how some accents have turned from being regional to like pilots all use the same accent, and then how there's a different regional accent that turned into the newscaster voice.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I was like, I just hate that the newscaster voice turned into this terrible social media voice. Hey guys, today I'm like, that's not a person. You're just like trying to talk to children.
Some of them, that's what they try to do.
I know, but then because they're famous, then all the other like.
Especially if they play Minecraft. Anyway, let's.
Oop! Speaking of the joke you messaged me earlier.
Yeah.
Oop. Before we get ourselves into trouble, so do we want to roll some dice to see who kicks off sharing the categories?
Sure.
So do you want to? We did not organize.
What do we roll? You know what? The D12 does not get a lot of love. We gave it 52 weeks of love this year. I think we continue. Give it the full year. This is the year of the D12.
We did not organize exactly how we were going to do this. Do you want to do whoever rolls higher says the award, and then the other person says their answer first?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
And then is this going to count for the overall count?
If you wanted to.
No,
and then,
I'm fine.
And then we can flip the next one. So whoever rolls highest on this will start with the first one, and then flop. Does that make sense?
So, wait, yeah, so we're rolling. Highest says the thing, and then
the next person will say the award, so then it feels like
okay.
it's not
Okay,
just
yes.
happy.
I am rolling.
We're very organized people. We can pick movies for a whole year. We don't know how to set up a
This is
oh,
why
award
we
show.
plan out the things so far in advance. I have a very middling roll, but if this is gonna follow the rest of the year, you probably rolled an 11.
Not an 11, but not bad either.
What did you roll?
I
No,
rolled
you
an
first.
8. Did you roll a 7?
Yes. That brings the whole count. Yep, a 30.
To a 30. 30 out of the 52 episodes this year are the ones that I rolled higher on. Remember when you said we have the same first digit? Are you sending me a GIF? A classic. All right.
But yes.
Is there any other announcements or anything you want to give to the people before we dive in? Next week is Bookish episode.
Yes.
After that is more movies, but a wheel.
Yeah, my brain is still trying to think of a fun name for our award, and I was like, what if we take point and course, like point course, or diskless?
Diskless.
Diskless.
Not a single disc can be found here. A lie.
Yes.
Truly a lie.
Except for the first award that is coming up. You know what? Yeah, let's go to the diskless.
One moment. I'm going to swivel my chair and mute my mic real quick because my nose is running just a
I'm
little
going to put
bit.
this full screen on the YouTube.
So, I guess, yeah, explain what the Bookish episode and the wheel for next year are going to look like for people.
Yes. So, if you guys have been listening to the podcast for a little while, we have been doing end of the year or beginning of the year book vibes where we pretty much, kind of like how we're doing today, where we're giving awards. We don't really give awards, but we have a few different topics where we go and like pretty much, hey, here's a genre. What book did we read? Why do we recommend it? And that's pretty much, we do that. I think we have about like 5 or 6 different topics, and we're like, this will take about an hour. It normally takes an hour and a half for us to get through it.
Books.
Yeah, so that is our other great love, but I can't read fast enough to do a weekly book podcast. So that's what we do that. So we have a lot of fun. We also get to see a little bit of our own personal flavors in reading and stuff, which kind of leads into what we're doing next year, where we have a wheel of ideas or themes or prompts. And we will be rolling the wheel every week for next week's movie prompt. And throughout that week, our homework is to find a movie that fits that prompt to the best of our idea and capability, and we will present it the following week to each other to either sell or maybe say, maybe not, but to pretty much say, hey, I watched this for this movie. And we're gonna just chat about it for 20 minutes or so.
Yeah. And it'll be fun because I think the thing I liked a lot about this series that we did is there's a lot of movies that I've been meaning to watch, and this list got me to finally watch them. Mm-hmm. And I think the wheel will do that for me next year as well, where it's like, I think one of the categories is a movie that you own on DVD and haven't watched yet. I'm like, yep.
I was showing that to the frequent listener. I don't know where it is. I have a whole binder full of movies, and there's some in there that I haven't watched.
Nice.
I don't know where that binder is. It's somewhere.
It survived the moves.
Yes. But we rolled some dice. We watched 51 movies for homework. What is our first pointless? No, sorry, not pointless. Diskless.
Yeah,
what is our first
as you
diskless?
said, we are dissing one, maybe 2 movies. I'm curious if we pick the same movie. But our first category we have for all the movies we watched this year is our biggest regret.
I have a feeling this might be the same.
I would be surprised if it isn't, but I would love to hear who would you award this to, Dpayne?
That's a good question. Hold on, how do I
You could
there we go. I found it.
Yeah.
And let's see. I was green, so I'm gonna do boom.
Oh, we don't have the same movie.
Oh,
This will be fun. Okay, tell the people.
I put Moonrise Kingdom, Wes Anderson, because
He did not like any of
I
those.
I did not like when I was looking at it. I was looking through all the movies. Oh, I think I know what you. Wait, did you choose director or movie?
I picked a movie.
Okay, yeah, um, yeah. Like half of them were okay, like the Wes Anderson movie, but it's specifically Moonrise Kingdom because I'm just like, I I just wish. I don't really think there was a lot of the movies on here. Like, there's a lot of movies that I wish I was shorter, and now that I'm thinking, I'm like, oh wait, I think I might know what yours is. As I'm like, I'll be honest, I completely blocked out the first month.
There we go. You did it. You deduced it.
Yes.
I'm also curious if this was on your mind recently because it's something you messaged me about, but that's okay. The movie
Yeah.
you picked.
It probably is, but it was just like, I don't know. It's I having a profession where I was dealing with minors, like I used to be a youth pastor and all that stuff. I'm already like, I'm trying to think of the right word, but like I guess a little protective when it comes to stuff like that. And then with the subject matter where it's like you just wanted to write an adult like romance, but made
Which,
them
yeah, made them young.
like barely middle school age. It's like, okay, I wasn't a fan and all that stuff, and like as much as I think I know what Hop's answer is now, the it's like that one. I'm like, it could have also just be the fact that it's this one is a little bit closer to it, but it's just like, yeah, no, I'm like kids, like not play adult roles,
Like kids stay kids. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just an overall. I think it's like. I bring this movie up later in a different category. We can get to it then. I don't want to spoil all the awards for the people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I'll get into mine now. So, as D-Payne was saying, he looked at the list again immediately, went, oh, I know the movie that Hop put. So, for me, biggest regret is Eyes Wide Shut by Kubrick. Because we also, like, planning out that month, we had a lot of back and forth. Because there was a movie you wanted to watch, and you were like, this is way too long. Let's do this movie instead. And the movie you did replace it with, Doctor Strangelove, per Strider's recommendation, we did like a lot. Like, that was a very funny and interesting movie. But Eyes Wide Shut, I forget how it ended up on the list. Was it just like, it's because it was his last movie that came out before his death?
I know I think I pushed Eyes Wide Shut because I didn't know anything about it, but I heard a lot of people speak favorably about it. That a lot of people, they said that it was good. Yeah, and it was his last movie.
I think it's interesting that you said there was a podcast you listened to where they said they feel like David Lynch must have been like possessed when he made his movies. And Eyes Wide Shut is one of those movies where I was like, what were they on? Whoever did the final cuts and edits for this, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the funny thing, that the one I'm quoting, like he's not a movie guy, and it's not a movie, it's a TTRPG podcast. And so and it's really funny that he says that because he runs Delta Green, which is, if people aren't familiar with Delta Green, you might know Call of Cthulhu. And if you're not, just think of Delta Green as essentially, think X-Files, where it's pretty much FBI, it's a government agency that is trying to stop the supernatural from being found out. So normally your mission isn't, hey, we're here to stop the evil, or not the evil, but the entity, because you're never going to stop it. You're trying to
cover-up group.
Yes, you're trying to contain the effects and, if possible, destroy any evidence of it ever happening. And so it's pretty interesting. It's one of the games I think I'm going to be running next year. But
exciting. Yeah, but I don't know. Eyes Wide Shut was, you made the comment, you're like, Moonrise Kingdom could have been shorter. Eyes Wide Shut could have also been a lot shorter. Like, when I try and remember anything about the movie, all I can remember is why. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't understand what the message was supposed to be. A lot of Kubrick's other films, I can kind of, grasp, the point of the movie he's trying to make. I didn't know if Eyes Wide Shut was, like, anti-snuff film, pro-snuff film. It just has a lot of mixed messaging, all for it to just be, in my opinion, shocking for shocking's sake, rather than actually doing anything with the material.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so slow paced. Like, I know 2001: Space Odyssey is also slow paced, but it at least I get what the movie's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my biggest regret.
Yeah. It's well, when I said it could be cut, like, I immediately, like, movie could have been shorter, I was just thinking of all of Stanley Kubrick's things, because I'm like, oh man, that could have less. Like,
Could have less.
could have less. And
yeah, like, at least 2001: Space Odyssey is a very pretty movie, right? Eyes Wide Shut, I felt like wasn't even visually, like, it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, it's like it just kept going and going. That's, I'm trying to think of that one song, but it's funny because it's like we said almost the same thing, like similar things with David Lynch. Some of the Lynch films, like, oh my goodness, this movie just keeps going. But I think you're just, like, in such a mental state with his movies, just like,
I feel like I am in Clockwork Orange watching David Lynch movies where, like, I'm like, I need an eyedropper. I need I need something.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes.
Are you ready for our next category?
Yes. Our next one is the underdog, which I don't think any of these directors we would say is, like, an unheard of or were fighting for their spot. The way I looked at it, and feel free if you looked at it differently, it was a director that I wasn't very familiar with. Like, I heard all these directors, we heard of their work, and knew that they made decent movies, but it was just like we never had any experience or insight to them. So it's just like, I don't know what to expect, but I'm here I am.
Yeah. So for me, this morning I wrote down a movie, but I can change it to director just as easily.
Okay.
When I think of it as a underdog director that I didn't know how to set my expectations for, I have two that I could have gone back and forth between.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say my close runner-up for this category is Spike Lee, where it's one of those names I had always heard and always meant to watch his movies, and when I finally did watch his movies, minus one, but the one that is not my favorite movie is it was written by someone else, I believe.
Yes.
So I won't hold that against him. But I did really enjoy his movies, and I really enjoyed his commentary. But I'll just highlight this. I'll say my underdog is Ida Lupino, specifically the movie The Hitchhiker.
Yes.
In terms of, I know we unfortunately struggled to find a female director for Women's History Month because it was a 5-week one in March. And it was, as much as we wanted to find someone, we found a bunch of other female directors, but they only had like 4 movies and things like that credited as them as the lone director. So for her, I was just like, let's watch some black and white movies. We don't have that many up on the list. And from the first movie, I was like, oh, this is a completely different voice than I'm used to hearing in movies, which was really refreshing.
Yeah, it was definitely something that we were chatting about with female directors, because it was like either, and then there was another person that we had on here, but their movies required us to go and get a whole nother streaming service that was also kind of expensive, and it's like, oh man, we want to like check this person out, but unfortunately we weren't able to. Well, we could have been able to, but it's just like, saving money is nice. I would agree. It's really funny because Ida Lupino was someone I was also thinking of. But I was just also thinking of, like, okay, what, like, not that like I do remember all her movies. Like I shouldn't say remember all her movies exactly, but it's just like I remember enjoying her films and thought they were good. But there was one that stuck out to me a little bit more, which was Spike Lee.
Oh, so our 50-50s were the same.
Yes, which it's like it was the same thing as you were saying. With Spike Lee, it was just like I heard of him, never really watched him, and was like, oh man, I would like more. I think if I was gonna put in there, I would say Malcolm X.
Specific. That was a very fun watch. I also really Do the Right Thing is something I heard
Yes.
referenced a lot, and I really liked that movie as well.
So essentially that like I was just thinking Malcolm X, and I think the reason I gave him this was, and this is just unfortunately the time that like not like just where we are in time. It's like we can't watch any more Ida Lupino movies, and I think we might have watched the majority. I think she had like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, but I think hers was also a little bit confusing because I think back then she had a lot of co-directors, so we wanted to do our best to pick movies where she was the lead and main director.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. I still remember the Bigamist, like that movie, like a lot. I feel like that could be made into its own miniseries. But yeah, but with Spike Lee, it was just like I think I was just looking. I was like, from this, I'm like, no, I would seriously consider watching more of his films. Like I know
I
he's
think his A24 movie did. I think it's out now. The not the sequel, the reimagining
of High and Low.
High and Low, yeah.
Was it like the highest and lowest or something like that?
Yeah, let me see. I think it's A24 published it. So you can continue. You can continue. I'll search.
That's kind of all I had to say. But yeah, it's but no, I was just remembering like all his films and like that, and like since then, like there's other movies that I've heard people mention of his, that I'm blanking on the names of, that I'm like, oh man, like it's like eventually I think, I don't know, maybe next year I'll have a prompt and go back in and watch some of those other ones, but or I'll just watch them on my own. Like that is always an option. But,
Highest to lowest.
oh
Unfortunately, it's an Apple original.
well, not seeing that anytime soon.
Oh, it does say it was in theaters in August, but it's went to streaming in September.
Oh. Yeah,
Hopefully we'll find a way to see it some other ways.
To the 7 seas.
All right, so then I'll take it you're ready for the next category.
Yes.
Next up, we have what director would we like to see direct a different movie? So I took this as being a director we watched this year directing a different movie we watched this year.
I did the same.
Okay. So, yeah, like we said, we've watched 12 different directors, 51 different movies. So what was your dream combo that you came up with?
So the fun thing is, like, the way this... Because the reason... So it's 2 things. So I'm like, I was looking at what it was, and all I have is the director, and I'm like, I don't remember what the second movie was. Oh. David Lynch directing either Inside Man or What We Do in the Shadows.
You have a very interesting mind. Inside Man would be really interesting. That I would watch. I think What We Do in the Shadows is a perfect movie. Don't touch that movie.
I don't think I would, like, I just think it'd be funny.
You just think it'd be funny?
Yeah. It's like...
So, how do you imagine... So, for anyone who didn't follow up on the episode, Inside Man is Spike Lee's movie where it's supposed to be cat and mouse, but they're both cats, and it's really...
There's no mouse.
There's no mouse. It's...
Everyone's cats.
The scene where he goes, "You speak this language?" And I was like, this whole 5-minute sequence is really weird. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Buy me a purse." I'm like, oh, these aren't real people. But yeah, so Inside Man is about bank robbery, and Denzel Washington is trying to catch the robber and everything. But the robber is also a genius. So it turns into like who's tricking who. Oh, and then I think the leader of the heist is, oh, what's his name? He's a famous actor as well.
Yeah.
Clive Owens. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Clive Barker. I was like, no, that's the horror author. That's not the right guy. Yeah,
I was
Clive
thinking
Owens.
Clive, and I'm like, I don't remember name. Yeah. I think if it was the case, like, we wouldn't have all the all the extra stuff would be going on, but it would keep swapping, I think, between Denzel and Clive, like their perspectives, and then how they have like their own like inside mind crap going on,
Palaces.
like how they go back and do all the like interviews and interrogations of the people coming out as we like learn different information. We like that would all be done like in Denzel's head as it's just being like this, and I think any interaction we have between him and Clive would be done in like the equivalent of the Red Room, which is from Twin
Twin
Peaks.
Peaks.
But yeah, it's like it would be like more of this like ethereal actiony whatever thing. It wouldn't like it would be very different and everything.
How much saxophone?
All.
All saxophone.
And then I just thought it'd be funny, like, just keep like if it was What We Do in the Shadows. It's just like all the same dialogue, but just like the visuals that Lynch does.
That would be something.
Oh no, that's a TV show where he's like, I ate a drug, I sucked the blood of a drug addict. I'm a wizard now.
A lot of the dialogue from the TV show. I mean, the movie has some moments like that as well, but
Yeah.
definitely the TV show quotes would lend themselves well to just Lynch visuals.
Yeah.
I did not pick such a fun answer for mine.
Yeah, it was just I don't know. My Inside Man was my first answer, and I was like, as I was looking through there at 1 a.m. in the morning, I'm like, but What We Do in the Shadows would be hilarious. It was either that or Boy.
I guess I'll make that a good transition for mine. So for me, the director I picked to direct a different movie is Taika Waititi.
Okay.
And
Oh,
you
that's
mentioned Boy because both of us, I think, agreed that and Hunt for the Wilder People are both really good coming of age stories. Like, they're really well done as coming of age stories. So what if Taika Waititi took Wes Anderson's attempt at coming of age story and actually made it a coming of age story instead of some weird, like, fantasy?
You wanted to fix a movie. I wanted to create problems.
Not problems, dreamscapes.
Yes.
A lot of fuzziness, a lot of confusion, a lot of
Why are we
did
on
he say that?
Why are we filming on a camcorder? Why are we so close to their face?
Why are we whispering?
Why are there rabbits?
Why are they screaming now? Yeah. But no, like, so when you mentioned your biggest regret of watching is Moonrise Kingdom, I was like, you know who could probably fix Moonrise Kingdom? I did not know your answer for that one.
We didn't look at each other's. So on our spreadsheet we made a little table here that we filled out, but we wrote all our answers. The reason why I was like, I don't remember what I wrote. It's like, well, can't you see what you wrote? We put it in white text so we could highlight our answer so that way, like, each other could
Reveal
see.
it. Yeah.
But like, as I said, I got the memory of a goldfish sometimes, and
Look, you're surprising yourself. That's
yeah,
half the fun.
I think I remember what my next answer is, though.
Okay. But yeah, so, I mean, do you think Taika Waititi could do better justice to
Oh, yeah.
Moonrise Kingdom? Yeah. Because he seems to just be really in touch with being... I know you complimented him a lot on this, where he can take young actors and make them feel like young adults and not try and force them to be anything that they're not.
Yeah.
Because I do... the joke you made about, like, dudes hiking as your, like, movies described badly, just the whole... all the interactions between the main characters in that are actually so funny, but they also feel really grounded, despite it being like a ridiculous situation. Like when the main character burns down the shed and goes, "All right, that's my body in there, and here's my note. I've burned up. Don't look for me." And then the old man going, just immediately going to the woods.
Yeah. And like even just Boy, like just
It was a lot sadder of a coming of age story for
Yeah.
sure.
like Boy feels like it feels like what Moonrise Kingdom wanted, boy did. So yeah, but anyway, I would agree. Now my
Yeah.
brain's just like, who on this list would also like? I don't know. I'm in a mood. It could be the fact that I didn't leave the house, but it was just like David Lynch does Moonrise Kingdom.
David Lynch does all the movies.
David Lynch does Yojimbo. Actually, I think another like a serious answer here. Bong Joon Ho would probably also do a really good Moonrise Kingdom.
I feel like the reason I think I picked Taika for it is Taika seems to be more focused
Oh yes.
on like one like a main character, whereas I think Bong Joon-ho does a really fantastic job at somehow juggling a full family.
Yeah, which there is almost a found family in there, a little bit, but yeah,
Abandoned family, found family. Because
yeah.
Moonrise Kingdom, you have Bill Murray and that whole like
Uh,
cheating wife side plot.
yeah. I wasn't thinking of them. I was just thinking
Oh,
of the like the scoutmaster and the cop and like kind of how they all both kind of come together for like these two kids that are missing. So
right.
yeah,
All right. I think you have the next
I was
category.
like, I forgot what movie you would love a sequel for, and then I guess if you have an idea, because I think this one I do remember. If you have a pitch for what that sequel look like, you can share it, or if it's just I would like to see more of this.
So I guess my answer is a bit unfair because I was promised a sequel and a sequel never happened, and you kind of mentioned a different adaptation of the movie. So I'll just go ahead and say it. What We Do in the
Oh.
Shadows. Once upon a time, they promised me a movie to following the swearwolves. I mean werewolves. And I don't remember what happened to the production, but it did end up where What We Do in the Shadows turned into a TV show. And I do love the TV show, don't get me wrong. I think it's also a very great adaptation from the movie.
I still need to
But
finish it.
yeah, I think I'm also behind a season or two. But I just really liked the characters of the wolves in What We Do in the Shadows because they're not important, but they have so much personality for like the 5 minutes that they're on screen that I would love my whole movie about them. But that's like a I don't know if that's the most fair answer, given that it
Hey, that's the
it
point
technically
of the dysleses. Or we or the less course, whatever we called our awards that I already
I think
forgot.
I think the other struggle I had is a lot of the other movies that I like that I could see other movies happening in all have sequels. Or
True.
there's some movies in here that are
There's
such a good standalone that they don't need a sequel.
Hey, there was a month that was all sequels.
There was a month that was all sequels. So I think I'll stick to What We Do in the Shadows. If I had to come up with a backup answer, I guess my backup answer would be Eraserhead. I think that's just a very like, what happens post creature. I saw you accidentally gave me a sneak peek of your answer, so you're free to dive in too.
Rude. My answer, Ip Man 5, baby. No. My real answer was Do the Right Thing, where I think it would be interesting to. What I was thinking, like, Do the Right Thing, I think it would be cool to, whatever it was called, to essentially jump ahead in time and see what that street is like now that the pizza shop is gone, and like and just pretty much to see like the continuation of that block, like
The
what
neighborhood.
yeah. Like I don't know if bringing it to modern times or just 10 years or 15 years later, because Do the Right Thing, I forget when that was set.
Is it the 90s?
I think
It's
so.
the late 80s. I can check real quick.
I have it right here.
More prepared than me.
was already filled in. So it took place in 1989. It was a good year. That's when I came out into the world.
That's the D-Payne release.
Yeah, it's a D-Payne release. It's 36 years. I think it's probably also late 80s, just from everything in there. I don't know if I don't see like a time period.
Nothing specific.
Yeah.
I was thinking of just like the way that they dressed and the music used in it felt
Yeah.
like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. So like I thought it would be a interesting just an interesting time to be like, okay, that's like just to progress it a little bit forward and be like, okay, like pretty much like because I think at this point I'm blanking on all their names, but Spike Lee's character, maybe he like has like takes like the pizza shop or like fixes it, like maybe he's running it now, because at this point that homeless dude and the mom, that, or not the mom, the older lady, like who are like, no, keep things peaceful, like I'm pretty sure like just do it so they're not here, so there's like a bunch of like newer people, and it's just like, okay, what would like, and the community changes a little bit, and it's just like you can still talk about how like that whole subject matter of like, hey,
The racial tensions.
yeah,
and
the
everything,
tensions,
yeah.
and also like how the community itself is changing, and like what does the block look like, and just pretty much I feel like I don't know, I just think it'd be interesting to see it like a couple years later, where seeing how different characters like where they're at, and then like knowing what happened in this movie, like in Do the Right Thing, like what yeah, like did people learn maybe how to do things differently, or would they do the same things, or well, pretty much all that, but everything on that side of it, but it's just like, but I also like agree with you. I do think Do the Right Thing is a perfect, like pretty much a one of those movies that is perfectly good on its own. So, but I just
Yeah,
thought,
but I could see the curiosity because the characters he built up are also like they had a whole life before the movie. They clearly have like future plans for themselves in the movie that get kind of upturned with everything that's
yeah,
changing. So I could see where your curiosity would be like, where did this lead the characters? And the block is a very lively community. I guess it could also be interesting if if it was set in something modern day, then maybe a lot of the topics are more about gentrification and things like that, which are important topics in like city life now, where there's a lot of people being priced out of where they're where they all grew up from.
yeah, and there, like I don't know. I said if Spike Lee's character, I'm blanking on the name. Let's see.
Is it like Mo or
I just went back. Let me scroll down. Mookie.
Mookie? I was close.
Yeah, and then there's the mayor and mother sister, are the two characters. Like I think they would be gone. Like in what I'm picturing, Sal. Like I think what would be an interesting thing is like just fan casting a little bit. Like if everyone was kind of coming back in, or most people were coming back in. I'm trying to find. So if Mookie pretty much took over the radio station as Samuel Jackson's character, Mr. Sin, Your Love Daddy, but like Mookie's now the radio host, and I'm like blank. Yeah, not Sal. Sal, he'd be dead as well, or
Yeah,
gone.
I imagine chased out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
looking at all the different characters, and I'm like, no, not Sal, but like, I'm trying to remember whoever Mookie's like friend was, like, because I know there was
The one that kept bothering him about him being a delivery boy.
yeah, was it Bugging Out?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, and then because there was Radio Raheem there, yeah, because he's the one. Well, that's a spoiler, so you guys have to watch that movie if you want to know what happens to him. But
it is a very good. It's a hard movie at times to watch, but I think it's an important movie.
but it's like, what if Bugging Out is now like at that point running the pizza shop, running a pizza shop, or some sort of shop in there. Actually, thinking about it, I feel like Mookie would be the one running the shop, and Bugging Out would be the new Mr. Senior Love Daddy.
Yeah, based on like how they each approached their personal views of the world, I think so as well.
So, but yeah, overall,
No, I think that's a pretty solid answer. That's pretty fun.
I think we have time to do the optional one. We're going pretty decently, at a pretty decent pace.
All right, so then our optional one is which movie would you consider the most rewatchable for yourself? So this is a very loose category. This was one of the optional ones, but we were like, in case we can't fill out time with the categories we have, we'll throw this in here. So what movie for you is the most rewatchable, and what about it makes you think you could watch it over and over again?
All right.
I have a guess.
Oh?
But
Do you want to give your guess?
well, did you avoid giving Henson movies?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't have a guess.
I know. That, like, when I was sitting there, I was like, I pretty much cut out, like, anything, like, because I'm like, well, the answer of this would be Muppets Christmas Carol. Because I'm like, I'm going to be watching that. But I'm like, no, that's like a nostalgia thing. And I pretty much had to take out all of the Henson films because like a lot of them are built off of nostalgia. And I just like, I don't want that. I want something that like I either watch for the first time this year or only watched maybe once before. And in all this, I was tied.
Okay.
So mine was Ip Man or Hunt for the Wilder People. Ip Man, I just really love Ip Man. I like that story. I like the cinematography. I like it is. I like martial arts films. And very few of them, like I think are that like there. I think it's tough to make a good action fit like any action film that you would want to watch more than once because like once you watch it, it's like okay, you normally watch action films for the fight.
Yeah, once you've seen a fight scene, then you probably just watch the fight scene, not the whole film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I like Ip Man, and even Ip Man too. But like of just the one, I was like just Ip Man on its own because of just the cultural stuff, the historical things that are talking about, just the overall, just studying, not like studying history, but like no understanding like this isn't like an action film where there are sometimes some action film of this style is like, hey, we do have some of this stuff, but it's like it's vaguely based off of history, which there is some vagueness, but the vagueness is very rooted, and it's like, hey, it is based off a real person's life, but also the real world historical context and everything. I like that. I don't know. I also really like historical fiction a lot. So, which there's a touch of that, but in here, but yeah, it's I don't know. I enjoy it, man, and I pretty much will probably watch it more. And then and Hunt for the Wilder People, it's just like when I look through this whole list, there's a ton of movies that I'm like, yeah, I would probably watch it again, or all that. But I'm like, I don't know. When I just sit there and think about it, I'm like, dude, I love the interactions between the kid and the old man. It's just like it's. I don't know when Hunt for the Wilder People came out, but it's like I don't know what came out first, this or Up, and I really hope this came out first and was like the inspiration for Up because there is almost some similarities.
Is this how you felt as like a youth pastor dealing with teenagers sometimes? Where they'd say things, you'd be like, sure.
Sometimes.
Because yeah, the main young actor in that one, he's like, I'm a city kid. I have all these opinions. I wear cool clothes, and the guy's just like, hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some things like that, and then I don't know. It's just the interactions of it, because it's like I feel like sometimes when people write kids in movies, it's just they're all like they're either adults or just
Too young for
yeah.
their yeah.
And I think I forget the kid's name, but I think he's like a good middle ground where like he does know some stuff, but it's just like he doesn't click everything together. Like the scene I was mentioning earlier when it's like they meet those hunters in the lodge, and they're like there's everyone thinks that the old man
He's abusing him.
killed him
Yeah.
and is running the woods, and the kid's just like not putting it together, and like everything he's saying, like to him it's like you can see in his context there's nothing wrong, like he's just complaining about hiking and having to camp out, but the way he's saying it
The
has
delivery is
yeah,
awful.
and it makes the like the grandfather who like or not the grandfather but like the old man who's literally trying his best to get this dumb kid who did arson on his property back home and out of his life. He's just like, what the heck, dude? Why are you saying this?
I know, he's like, yeah, he doesn't make me watch or anything, but like, and the guys are like, no, kid. And then like a half hour later, he goes, oh,
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that. And the old man's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting there. It is a very so I there's a trope in some book genres I read that's called miscommunication, and that's like a driving force.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times in books I find it annoying because I'm like, hey, you could have just like talked to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But miscommunication in that movie particular, I think it makes a lot of sense because there is just like there's a generational gap, there's the like upbringing gap and everything like that. So when he's just like they just completely slightly say the wrong thing to each other and make each other mad, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense, especially for two people kind of like forced to be runaways in the woods together.
Yeah. So, what was your most rewatchable movie of this year?
So I think for me, I was going back and forth between a few movies.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Anyway, I think for me, what makes a movie rewatchable is if I think I can catch something new each time I watch it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the movie I did pick for this is a little unfair. I've rewatched this movie already like a handful of times, but I do just really like rewatching The Thing. Because every time I look, I go, is that a new clue or am I making that up? But that's kind of the beauty of the movie with the paranoia and you not really being told everything, and that's on purpose. Mm-hmm. Another movie I considered putting on here is Rashomon. Where you're just like, are you a liar? You're a liar. Wait, but if he's a liar, then you're, that whole circle of things. I don't know if I don't remember the name of the game, but there's a game that's in early access or as a extended demo on Steam where it's a lot of those it's kind of like social deduction, but it's just cards in front of you. And you flip them over and then go, oh, number 1's lying. And the number 1's like, oh, number 3's lying. Okay. But you have to kind of narrow it down. So I think that's kind of like Rashomon and The Thing and all those things for me that I can just sit there and be like, is that a new clue? And I think it's kind of interesting. And plus both Kurosawa and Carpenter are very good at showing you just enough.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. So that's rewatchable for me. So then we're getting to our kind of two big finale awards.
Which, before we say which one, I know we have an order. Did we want to keep this order? Do we want to save this
we
one
can swap
as?
The order.
Because I was like, it sounds like the last two is our overall favorite film and favorite director, and it's like, oh, I wonder if we wanted to swap the two and have film
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Because director beat all the other 12 out.
That's true. Okay, so then Itisdpayne.
Okay.
What was your overall favorite film? I think this is a pretty straightforward category.
Yes.
Doesn't need extra explaining.
I feel like mine also is a very predictable answer. Ikiru.
You did love this when we first watched it.
Yes, I.
Sad movie. Good
Mm-hmm.
movie. Perfect for this weather.
True. I'm gonna go on a
Man
swing.
hangs out in snow.
I'm gonna go on a swing later. It might be my last episode. But it's just, I don't know, like the whole subject matter, and like I liked how in this movie we see, one could compare it, not that it's a clean comparison, to the Christmas Carol, because but it's very different, where it's like an Christmas Carol is an old man heart hardened by like greed and money and everything else, into not helping people and needed the dead to be like, yo, stupid. But in Ikiru, it's pretty much a man that has been frozen by inaction, and just going like, my brain can't think of the right word, but it's just like the inability to do anything proactive, and it's for him sitting there in this and having pretty much his world, like through finding out he has cancer, change, and then figuring out like his path of just like chasing after all these different things that he never did when he was younger, because he's like, I'm gonna die, to get to the point where he's like, okay, I found purpose. And then it's like, it could have ended there, but then it goes on from like the funeral perspective of just like everyone, like just everybody, like everyone just like, oh my goodness, he's so pushy and all this other stuff. And then we come in and hear like all these other people and see the scenes of just like what he was doing to make sure that this area, like that he at least did something good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then like just his whole family like learning what he was doing while suffering and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, and this is, yeah, it's a good movie. I didn't consider it in my list because, I don't know. I think in my brain I was like, that's a movie that I can definitely appreciate from afar, but it's not a movie that is one you can easily just like throw on and like just enjoy it. But it is beautiful, and it is, you said you like historical fiction, and this has a lot of commentary about like post-war and everything, because of, like you said, he's diagnosed with cancer, and the cancer diagnoses at that time, because there was a lot of nuclear fallout, it was a very high
Godzilla
rate.
was running around.
It's okay, next year we'll watch a kaiju movie, don't worry.
It's on the list.
Well, I guess we watched one.
True.
We watched one this year.
And it had giant robots. It didn't. Well, I don't know. There's still one more chance for it to win.
But yeah, it's a good movie. I went a slightly different route. For my overall favorite film, I picked a movie that is kind of one of those formative movies that I can't believe I hadn't watched it until now. Mm-hmm. Especially given that I made my most rewatchable movie The Thing. I put Halloween, where it's a movie that I think for me, like, Ikiru is a very beautiful story in of itself. Halloween, I feel like as a franchise, has been blown out of proportion, and a lot of the actual original intent of the movie was kind of lost. Like, because there's how many Halloween movies? I was watching Dropouts, actually episode at one point, and there's like 10 of them, and they were like, okay, put them in order. And I was like, what the heck is this? None of these make sense.
Yeah. I think like 5 is H2O.
Yeah. And then they're in space versus Jason Voorhees at one point. Mm-hmm. There's a whole bunch. But the first one is just, I think is the first movie in a long time I've watched where I went, I'm uncomfortable. And not in a way that feels forced, but in a way of like the directorial choices in this are like, I don't like them because they make me feel things.
Mm.
And I guess it could be the same said for Akiru, except usually I like sad feelings. I'm okay with sitting in sad feelings. But the points of Halloween where you're in the eyes of the antagonist, I was like, I don't want to be this guy anymore, please. And then you see what he's doing, and I'm like, please, I don't want to hurt them. Please. Don't make me be the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I do enjoy Halloween a lot as well. Yeah, it's there's a lot of these movies that I really like. Because I could very like Do the Right Thing could very easily be on here. Just going through like What We Do in the Shadows.
Honestly, most
I
of the yeah, there's I don't know. Now I might change my answer for the other one. I said that some of these answers might change for as I was going around
Yeah.
because as we're talking about them, man, there are a lot of good movies.
Yeah, and it is interesting like how we're looking at this in different ways, like of how we like our because I have a feeling that our overall favorite director is going to be very different as well. But we also we may have answered this question differently with both like the way like how do we categorize favorite director?
Yeah, it's all very subjective.
Yes.
Right.
So, what for the final whatever award?
Whatever we call these.
Yeah.
So
We just call it the PD ward, but also doesn't sound great. But yes, for our 2025 movie viewing of the year, what director earned your favorite director spot?
So I put down this director. I might change it again. I don't know. Okay, I'll say my close runner-up was Akira Kurosawa. That's it, kind of in the same way that Halloween, where I understand that Kurosawa is very like important to movies and important to storytelling in terms of like creating a lot of things that people use later, like Rashomon is a name for things. A lot of people do adaptations of Seven Samurai. Yojimbo has a lot of interpretations. High and Low has a new interpretation that still holds up to modern day things. But I ended up going with Bong Joon-ho, which I think I kind of knew going into it. Like, I was like, I know I like this director, and then watching more of his movies, like, I don't know, rewatching The Host and Parasite and then getting to watch Mickey 17, I'm like, there's just, like, something about the combination of humor and societal stuff that, like, works for me, and that's very much in my wheelhouse. Like, Kurosawa has a very good look at the cultural things of the time, but I guess kind of like for you and the underdog, you're like, oh, I get to watch more Spike Lee movies in the future. I get to watch more Bong Joon-ho movies in the future. So,
it's interesting because I also almost put Akira Kurosawa in, but I think he was a runner-up, because I do enjoy all his movies that we watched, and just like
and we were told there is a successor to Yojimbo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
there's more to watch.
Yes, and like just the historical combined with the like just seeing how like because all his films are black and white, and reading how in Rashomon when they first tried to film rain, it wasn't showing up on the film. So they had to mix in black dye to the rain, like to the water machine, to like have it show up on camera. And it's just all these kind of like little different things, and like everything was practical effects because there really wasn't CGI and all that stuff. There was that like but overall, pretty much I guess it was a combination of what movies stuck with me moving on, like after we watched it, like what, like even now I still kind of think through and I'm curious and looking at, and what, like when I look at it, inadvertently has become, like even before watching their stuff, has been a little bit of an inspiration. I was watching these movies like that we watched this month. I watched other stuff from them that was an inspiration for some of the, like how I run games and all that stuff. And I just had to go with David Lynch.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You did pick him as your have him redirect every movie on the list
Yeah.
option.
Just two. I just think it'd be funny.
Well, you also start saying, "Well, The Boy would be funny."
Yeah.
Oh, and this would be.
It was funny. Like most of that was in tongue in cheek, but it was.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just like his visuals and all this stuff. Like the uncomfy feelings from watching him. Like it's. Like, and I do think like some of these movies on the list, like I. Like not right now, but would kind of want to go back and just be like, okay, now that the almost the shock factor is gone, what, or the has dissipated because I know what's going to happen. Are there certain things in this movie that I missed or and all that stuff? Are you highlighting that one specifically?
I was looking at him and I was trying to remember because I was like, which one of these two was the one that they said was going to be a TV series and then had to get like turned into film? Is it the last one?
I think it was the last one. I think it was Inland Empire.
Because I remember us going, wow, this is like almost 4 hours long. Oh boy.
Yes, Inland Empire is the longest. And I think that was supposed to be it. But it's like after watching all his movies, like there was one that I just know for like with the Hop and I have talked about, like, no, let's not put that one on the list. If we're gonna watch it, like let it be on our own
when we're ready.
Yeah, on our own time and all that. And it's just like, okay, I'm kind of curious, like why is this one considered his favorite? There's other ones, like I've heard people in there, and it's just like I realized like it was shortly like after running this, I was doing a Call of Cthulhu thing where one of the players did something, and I just like, because in my mind, I think when I first think Lynchian, it was almost more of this like this weird, creepy horror, blah blah blahs. But Lynchian, I feel so much more is just like, yeah, it's got that, and like, yeah, this is surreal, which I know a lot of people talk about, but it's just weird. It's just like weird, uncomfy, or weird. Just what the heck am I doing, or like what am I watching?
It's kind of like how I guess you would say like it seems like it's supposed to be horror because horror does a lot of the you have to face whatever it is, but it's like physical manifestations. Whereas Lynch, rather than making it a physical manifestation, he just goes, what if it were you watching yourself on the TV right now? And you're like, I don't like that. But it's something like it's uncomfortable feelings, and he decides to go about it in that like surrealism kind of route.
And so yeah, there's just certain things in there that I'm like, oh man, like I realized like in reflection I was like, oh my goodness, that whole thing, like where it was just broke the fourth wall of our Call of Cthulhu game and everything, and just only one player was in this scene, but everybody at the table except for me, because I was just having a grand old time, was just like, I have so many questions, this is creepy, this is unsettling, like what just happened, like pretty much like in parts when we were watching Lynch, and I was like, I like this, and I think I know why Lynch liked it. So yeah, I think overall, like, not saying that any of these other, like, same thing with you, is like, not that any of the, like, some of these directors, yes, it's like, okay, it's cool that we watched them, but I'm good. But just like overall with all of them, it was just like the one that I think my brain kept pulling inspiration of with my own things and ideas was it kept coming back to Lynch. Even like before we started recording, watched and recorded Lynch, there was like things I was reading and watching and about his stuff. So
in the same way that Bong Joon-ho's style is just kind of like, it works for what I like out of a movie, Lynch is kind of just like what you also gravitate towards when it comes to media. That makes sense.
So, but yeah,
that's the beauty of everyone having different tastes.
Yeah, everyone else is wrong. No, but it's yeah, and that is the beauty of what I think next year's going to be when we spin this wheel, because I think we're going to see even more of our tastes pretty much come out and shine in the kind of movies we select. That we are like, oh man, this is, well, some of them other people select for us, but it's, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that was the Pointless Awards Show.
What a beautiful name for it.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do it next year because it's like,
it'll be a little bit more chaotic because we won't have had the same movies.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
We'll find something.
We'll figure something
at
out.
The end of the year.
Yeah.
I think we are. I don't think we have. I think we have enough movie prompts, and then the bookish episode that might be the full year.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll keep swapping back and forth between wheels and directors, because that's the neat thing. There is a lot more directors than the 12 we chose. And who knows, maybe after a year of that, of watching whatever, we'll be able to do that. Or maybe we'll just like what we're doing. Or Hop will just be like, Dpayne, I hate you, and I don't want to talk to you anymore because you smell funny. So...
Wow, you could never hate me. That's what I heard.
Yeah. I always assume when something that's going to happen, I did something and I didn't even realize it.
That's okay. I don't like to keep quiet about things, so you'll never have to second guess around me. But on that note, go watch some movies. Go critically think about movies you've been watching, because it's been really fun for us to sit here and go, why did I like this? Why did I not like this? And
why did we watch this?
Why did we watch this? But it's also, like we said, we both know people that like directors that we watched and ended up not liking, and then sometimes when we talk to them, they just go, oh, it's pretty, and we're like, okay, but, so.
Or, oh, I actually didn't watch that movie by
by said director.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So this is the end of the year, isn't it?
Well,
for the listeners.
Oh, I was like, well, we still got half a month.
For us. But yeah, for the listeners. So hope that 2025 was something that was survivable for you. Here's to surviving in 2026 and hopefully finding another new favorite movie.
Yeah.
But next week we'll talk books.
Yeah. And who knows? I might have new glasses.
What a twist.
Yeah. My phone just lit up and I'm like, oh yeah, they're being delivered tomorrow. So that's for the YouTube viewers. But anyway, thank you everyone. Have a good I don't know, whatever end of the year celebration. What episode or what week does this come out on? The 29th.
The 29th.
Yeah. Oh, I will be back from the seas. So, but anyway, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for all the different things of listening, commenting, all that stuff. You guys did that throughout this year. We hope you all have as Hop said, excellent end of the year and even next one. Until next time, peace.